Hey everybody, this is Ahdoom and welcome back to another exciting episode of Let's Play Darkest Dungeon, Crimson Court, and today we'll be doing a quick run into the Cove. It's just a short champion level mission, but we have some guys we need to level up level 6 to meet our objective of having one person of every class and every kind leveled up to level 6, as well as unlocking the next as well as unlocking the next boss in the Coves, which will be the final boss of this level before we have to start progressing things even further onwards, take out the last but ones. Again, we've got just the Necromancer Lord and Gibbering Prophet left in the Ruins, Hagwitch and Brigand 16 Pounder in the Weald, Swine God and Formless Flesh in the Warrens, but you see the Sunken Crew is just waiting there for me. They're a sore thumb on the road to killing all of the bosses, and so we'll have to do something about that. Now, just before I embark off on the mission, I'm just going to make sure that I've filled up my sanitarium. Yes, I have, so everyone with a disease and with a quirk that I can afford to take care of, I have. Looking at things as well, something I'm really feel like I'm missing out on is having a really strong leveled up Plague Doctor, just to have complementary bleed reduction for, you know, areas like the Cove where bleeds are a real problem. But with that all said and that all done, we'll be bringing along a Hellion, a Crusader, a Occultist, and a Houndmaster, all of which are on level 5, some of which are ready to pop, some of which will take a few more missions before they quite get there. But with that all said, again, just a few buffs to pick up. That does fit into our bigger strategic plan of having the Sanitarium upgraded, and if we happen to get some portraits as well, so we can start affording districts. Particularly the bank, I would be very, very grateful, because as you can see, when you have level 5s and 6s, you spend your money real darn fast. With that all said, time to provision up. We will be bringing no additional holy waters. We will, however, bring 3, 2 should be enough because it's a short mission, 2 skeleton keys, 2 shovels. This is a bit of an over-prepare. Actually, it's absolutely an over-prepare, but I'd rather be over-prepared than in pain. No blood this time around. What I will do is, yes, they have changed the blood stacks. They used to be 12, now they're just 6. Okay, so I guess that's a pretty fair rebalance. But we have no one here with a curse, so we are fine just to embark away and hope for the best. Even if we do encounter some bloodsuckers, I'm not expecting them to cause me any troubles. And while things are loading, I will, as always, stop and thank you guys very much for tuning in. I have a lot of fun making these videos, and yeah, I hope you have fun watching them. If you do, let me know. If you don't like something that I'm doing, let me know as well. On the one thing that you could complain about, audio, I'm working on getting a fix in place. Unfortunately, it is just my headset mic. I'm currently between jobs, and so I'm not going to spend $400 on a new microphone rig. So I'm sorry about that, guys. It's just going to have to wait until the time is right and I can afford the monies to improve the quality of my videos. In any case, I've done some things to hopefully fix the quality slightly. It's certainly better than they were probably about 20 episodes ago, but I will stop apologizing because this is all about getting in there and having fun. So let's press on and see what we have to see.
The smell of rotting fish is almost unbearable.
Okay. Pretty straightforward pathing. It's just follow the yellow brick road all the way to the end. We have to explore 90% of rooms, and we can make a call as to when and if we jump out of things. A couple of heirlooms pick up there, and that's a nice stack of portraits, which is exactly what we want. We'll probably be ducking down into dim. Maybe? Nope, we're still in Radiant, and we have some bloodsuckers to worry about. They are surprised, however, which gives me a slight advantage. I'm probably going to oh no, they're all champion level guys, so there is no advantage to me. These guys are all quite tough in the grand scheme of things. Let's start working down these front row sycophants to great critical for 17. That bleed is nowhere near enough for me to actually get a kill on these guys, but there's no reason why I can't follow things up with the Occultist. Beautiful strike there. Okay, 1 down, 3 to go. Let's start things off with, again, a wicked hack right here. 13 damage done. I think the Crusader can finish off one more chappy. Yes, he can. Right, it's a lot less to have to worry about. Maddening Wine goes down. 4 damage, which is quite a lot for such a low-level attack, and quite a bit of stress. Subterranean Skewer on the Houndmaster. 14 damage, regrettably high, but it's survivable in any case. Thirst, again, these guys are pretty fast, 5 damage taken, and unfortunately we have the curse on one guy. I hope these guys drop some blood, otherwise I'm going to be in a world of problems. That means let's heal up. That's 10 health to counterbalance some of that damage. Could drop a mark, but it isn't going to do me an amazing lot of good. Let's focus down on the Sycophant first and foremost, because I'm guessing that this Chevalier is going to be just trying to kill. Oh, bad dodge. Happens. Yep, okay, he's going to be spreading around the damage, that's fine. 17. Yep, all good, all good, all good. That Sycophant is finally dead. and we have less stress to have to worry about. But life is an issue. 10 damage made on the Chevalier regardless. Let's drop a weird reconstruction on that Hellion, and no bleed taken, fortunately. Still down by quite a bit of hit points, so I'm going to spend another turn of that Houndmaster just buffing him up if I can. And let's just get some smites going. 12 damage. The Chevalier is down to half of his life. Subterranean Skewer drops yet again for 12, but no bleeds. And, you know, I'm feeling like we're in control. Would have rather that he didn't die at that exact moment, but that's all workable, and we have picked up a freebie blood. We'll use that bandage immediately, though. And, yeah, let's press on. Use our first torch of the match and keep on keeping on. Nothing in this room as expected. Let's see what we have to deal with in coming spaces. Alright, it's just fine by me. We've got one sack with, again, a nice chunk of change. We'll take care of that shipwreck.
Mariner, another misfortune.
Need to make sure that I remember to use these dog treats in this room. Okay, just a Maggot, Champion, Piranha, and Tidemaster, but regardless, we're going to make sure that we're getting effective kills in early. So before we do anything, yep, have your little nibble there. Let's try and focus down on this Pelagic Tidemaster. It's a pretty good spread of damage. Well, actually, it's pretty miserable, to be entirely honest, but that's okay. We can live. Oh my god, this is really not working out, and you know, I'm going to probably drop a defensive weird reconstruction to buff up the health of this Hellion because he's looking a little bit weak. So the question really is Maggot or Champion. Now let's go for the Maggot. Let's go for the Maggot. He's down to half-life. Stress wave goes down on a couple of guys, and that won't be too much of a problem because we are in Radiant Light. These guys do not reduce our torch, fortunately, as well. Great dodge from the Occultist. And Octocestus, wow, that's a hard one to pronounce, is dodged as well. Brian on. Great. Okay, so we are very, very nimble, and I am less worried than I was only a few moments ago that Maggot will be healed by the Tidemaster, but I guess there are worse things that he could do. Now the question is, what are his hit points? Yeah, my chance to kill him is very, very slight, so let's just do damage the good old-fashioned way. Right, so he's at least dead. Try and get some bleeds going on that Champion. Unfortunately, these bleeds are only 4. I could also try and focus down that Piranha, but I'm going to try and deny them a turn if I can, so let's try for the Armored Maggot. It's 8 damage, which is absolutely fabulous. And I think, yeah, this is an okay move. Yeah, good. Good. It's fine by me. They shuffle forward, and the Piranha's now in range for my Crusader. Seared Slash, 14 damage is pretty substantial, but there are no other ill effects. Let's get a decent hit on him. 16 damage, done and dusted. And Barnacle Barrier will go down unavoidably. Again, we don't have any stuns with this party mix to deactivate that guard, so we're probably going to have to wail down on somebody else for the moment, or we can try and pace out a turn. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer a bleed to this Champion and hope for the best. Yep, again, he's got 105% bleed resist, which is very regrettable, but yeah, we're going to have to work with that and hope that we actually can stick some of these, because otherwise this is going to be a very, very long match. 18 damage to the Crusader, and I'm getting slightly concerned, so let's start dropping some heals. Only 3 coming through, but at least we have no ill effects. Let's keep wailing down this Champion, and again, hoping for the best. Octocestus on the Hellion, 9 damage taken, and no bleed, fortunately, and we do have a healthcare emergency here. Seared Slash, 15 damage, damn, my guy's looking really weak. Let's, again, only 3 threes? Are you kidding me? Right, let's... Really? This is, okay, deeply concerning. I'm actually going to do some self-heals if I can. It's a decent crit for 10. Self-heals are normally a bad idea if you're being, Yep. Okay, let's heal you up, little lady. And it's not going to be a lot, but 15 hit points is better than being on death's door. That is for absolute certain. Unfortunately, that Piranha is now dead. Let's just get a little bit of damage done on the Champion, who has a bleed on him, which is fine by me. Winter Construction, only 3. That's ridiculous. And let's keep the heals going here. Alright, there we go. Not getting very lucky with those heal rolls. But I am getting pretty good with the dodges, so I'm not going to complain too much. I will complain, but not awfully. Alright, 11 up, not too shabby. And again, we're looking just a little bit more lifelike. Counterable bleed on him, but I can drop a self-heal, and I will. Again, because his damage potential is relatively limited, and this Houndmaster seems to be free to just wail on him regardless. We start healing up my Crusader at this point. Yep, up by 6, not too bad, and Octocestus goes down on him. 17 damage, damn. Wow, that's a really big bleed, unfortunately. Can't cure it, so I'm just going to start to wail down this champion. Key thing is really just to not kill him, keep him going, but yowza, yowza, yowza. Alright, let's just make this Crusader the subject of every single heal we can pull. Again, we're on turn 7 already, which means this combat has gone for a really long time, up by 17 health, and those bleeds have just ramped up again. Unfortunately, Octocestus goes down, 9 damage, and even more bleed. Wow! 9 damage per turn? Are you insane? Wow. Okay, well, let's just do the best we can, I guess. Have to hope for a bandage drop, really. That's our best call. In the meantime, I'll try and faff some turns away. Again, let's get those. Oh, thank God for that heal. Alright. Please no bleed. Please no bleed. Thank you kindly. Thank you very kindly. And let's keep the self-heals coming. My gosh. My gosh. Alright, I need to have these things expire. Let's, again, just carry on self-healing. I know we've got a risk of... Okay, up by 17. That's something at least. No additional bleeds. Let's try and wrap this up. Good. Good, 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 good. Picked up some food, which will be very useful, but it's certainly no bandage. And we're going to be in a really substantial spot of bother here. Let's torch up regardless. Let's have this food. Fortunately, at this level, that amount of food does extra healing. Oh, thank God. Alright, so we're out of the woods. We are out of the woods. Houndmaster for the 90% chance to disarm on these, and that takes nicely. Great stuff. And there we go. That's the last of the bleeding that this chap is going to be doing. Right, bit more gold. No complaints so far about the haul that we've had. Stress levels are relatively high, but again, this is a champion dungeon. We should expect to get slapped around just a little bit. Just a little bit. Meantime, let's carry on. We have chance of an interrupt, so hunger check. It's fine by me. Torch up and check in here. Yep, nothing there. And a battle behind the door. Our torchlight is exceedingly low, and we are rocking a bit of frustration. Not too much, but a bit. Okay, stress in the back row. That's fine. The Houndmaster can take it. He's in a pretty good place stress-wise. Let's get an opener on the Tidemaster, though. 17 damage, and should be a pretty good candidate for a very, very well-deserved kill. Seaward Slash goes down. Great dodge from the Hellion. Great dodge from the Hellion. Stressful incantation. That's fine. Cultist can take a bit of stress. 20 damage is a lot, and the torch is not something that I want to be giving up if I can avoid it, but that's okay. Rend for the Old Gods goes down, but we suffer no ill effects beyond a small amount of initial damage. And thinking things through carefully, it's looking like it's going to be the Piranha that we focus on first. Could try for a heal here. Very remote chance of a kill. Let's focus on our heals for the moment. Up by 12, that's just exactly what I wanted, and again, no ill effects from that one in the least, which is fine by me. Stressful incantation once more on the Occultist, and he is rocking some gnarly stress. Also, we've just lost our dodge, so we'll have to torch up to make sure that we stay in Radiant. Let's take out the Piranha, and unfortunately it's not going to be done in the one kill. Chance for us to get a bleed on him is very low, and we'll have to use up a turn on making sure that he gets dead. Unfortunately, sometimes you get a higher or a lower roll, and in combinations those things work out well, but for everything else there has to be MasterCard, unfortunately. Good mark there. Pretty healthy debuff on dodge as well. What I might just do is do some stress healing on the Occultist. Again, I can justify that. I can justify that readily. Oh, critical for 12 there, and a bleed as well for 15 in total over 5 turns, which is pretty massive, to be honest. But we will endure, I'm sure. Let's take advantage of that mark, do some extra damage on that Witch, who now also is carrying a bleed. She'll drop some more stress on somebody, I'm sure. 0 damage, but Nope, no move. That's fine by me. And let's try for a weirder construction, or should we try and just kill off this lady? Let's drop a heal. Heal. There we go. There we go. Alright, someone's just commented. Actually, Nico just commented on things. Hey, Nico, by the way, thanks again for being such an avid commenter. I love the fact you actually timecode things to laugh on my account. Alright, let's kill off this witch. Done, and dusted. And Ren of the Old Gods goes down. Crit for 12's pretty nasty. And if there is a bleed there, we will be fine. Gonna need to start using that Crusader for some pretty epic stress heals. Yeah. Stress and Torch. He's all about the Stress and Torch, and everyone else can worry about this last remaining champion. In the meantime, let's start wailing down on him. He's practically dead. You know what? I'm actually going to do a bit of a faff turn if I can, as much as I am already in turn 4. It's a pretty disappointing faff turn, to be entirely honest. Let's... Whoa, look at that heal. Nice. Nice. And let's keep taking care of stress on little Mr. Occultist, who is schwitzing ever so petitely. Ren of the Old Gods goes down, only 8 damage this turn, and no bleeds, which is fine by me. We're looking pretty shiny, not being punished yet by the game, so let's just take care of business. Let's take care of business. There we go.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
So evidently, you know, an onyx is worth more than a jade. But the reality is I can probably nix this holy water, buff the resistances of Lady Hellion, and see how we go. Whoa! I do need crests. I do need crests a lot. Deeds less of a factor for me, but portraits are very valuable. Let's drop the dog treats. Let's drop the key. And I can live with that, I think. Alright, no scouting, unfortunately, which means we have to press on. Could use that remaining shovel on this. Don't need to. Let's just find someone with a high bleed resist. Wow, okay, yeah, Helen, you're amazing for this. Nasty gash, but you resist because you're amazing at this. I thank you kindly. And we have some bloodsuckers with the element of surprise on our side. That isn't going to necessarily be a saving grace because these guys are tough. They are very, very tough. Doesn't mean that we can't get some early kills in. Wicked Hack, yes, don't mind if I do, and that chappie is a goner. Next up we have a free turn with the Occultist, who could drop some heals, and that isn't actually a bad call necessarily, or we can try and get a mark going on that Chevalier, and that is what I'm going to be doing. Alright, that's going to play in on my side nicely with the Houndmaster, and I don't mind wasting a turn. It's not wasting, I don't mind spending a turn on a mark if it's a surprise round. 8 damage taken, no curse, gather the blood, 7 damage taken, and no ill effects. Buried Blast, these guys are going to be hurting. Yep, 10 and 12. That is pretty nasty. I need to definitely be healing with my Occultist from here on out, but in the meantime, let's at least deny them one turn if we can. Not good enough. Not good enough. Right, let's try and spread the bleeds around. One is at least dead. A bleed has taken, so it's better than nothing. Woodrick 3. Wow. That was special. Subterranean Skewer, 11 damage in the back row, and we might well be in trouble. Yes, we may be in trouble. Nope, okay, good resist there. I'm going to drop a self-heal here. Crit for 16. Thank you, RNGesus. Thank you, RNGesus. We're going to do a self-heal as well on the Houndmaster. Yeah, let's try and wail down on the Supplicant. Just 'cause it's the best use of the turn that we've got. Gather blood on the Occultist, and it's a dodge. Very good fortune. Very, very good fortune indeed. That mark is running out. That was a complete waste. Oh well, happens. Right, that Supplicant is at least dead, and there's only one action for us to worry about in the next turn. We will, however, be dropping some well, we'll be doing nothing with the occultist, I should say. So we're dropping some heals, but no, we'll be doing nothing. But at least, you know, no harm given, no harm taken. That's an okay way of starting the day. Let's again drop some back row bleeds now on the Chevalier. That's just fine by me. One more try with the weirder construction, up by 10, and that is less shabby than the prior effort. Let's keep those bleeds coming. And unfortunately it doesn't stick, but that's just fine by me. We'll drop a heal with the Crusader, and that Hellion is looking a lot less peaky, which is fortunate. But it is the Crusader's turn to take a beating. And a bleeding to boot. Wow, it's going to be how it has to be, I guess. If it bleeds, once again, 8 damage taken and no bleed, unfortunately. Let's try the Hound's Rush, 5 damage, and, well, at least this time it stuck some bleeds. Weirder construction for 1. Wow, Occultist, you're, oh! Alright, that was nasty, but we can survive this. We can survive this. Right, let's up the Hellion by 8. We can at least cure her bleeding. Can't so much for the Crusader, but that's fine. We can find a way to make do, I'm sure. I shouldn't have done that. That was a bad call, Ahdoom.
Brought low and driven into the mud.
Oh, I should have faffed. That's deeply regrettable. That is deeply regrettable. Oh well. It's gonna have to be how it is, I guess. I'm gonna drop the Jade in favor of the gold because I know there's gonna be more gold coming. Can't guarantee there's gonna be more Jade coming, and yeah,
The match is struck.
I'm not doing great here.
A blazing star is born.
Not doing great here. Hopefully that corridor battle is a low level one. I will take a chance on that barnacle crusted chest because I do have a spare shovel, and that food will be
are often low on supplies.
Greatly appreciated. In fact, I'm going to close this. I'm going to eat that. I'm going to eat that. And given the duration of the dungeon, I'm actually going to go a little bit further. Alright. That's going to have to be how it is. Oh, do I have any more? Yes, I do. Thank goodness. Alright. Medicinal herbs. Please, some food. Thank you kindly. That's everything I wanted and more. Or at the very least, everything I wanted. You're full. There we go. Satisfied. Okie dokie. We have surprise. It's a thrall, a maggot, and a ghoul, and gonna need to do some pretty fast focusing on that thrall. Nice critical as well. That bleed is now expired, unfortunately, which is fine by me. And the thrall has been taken out, which is fine. Let's try for a heal. Up by 19. Where was that the entire time? Come on, guys. This is redonkulous. And let's start wailing down on the maggot. What do you think? Yeah, maggot. 5 damage taken, and that's a decent start to the round. Rend. 24 damage? Wow. And 20 bleed. Wow. Okay, at least we only have to take 1 epic hit this round. That is nasty as nasty can be. Well, I'm glad we got a lucky healing before, and that bleed at least is cured. Let's what to do? Let's keep working down that maggot. If we can land a hit, I'll be grateful, and if not, we'll have to find a time, I guess. Horror on 2 of our chaps. Let's go back to Radiant Light though, and oh, fantastic heal. It's just too many emotional highs and lows on these guys. It's a bit loco. That maggot is nowhere near dead, unfortunately. We'll take another turn before we can get there. Brian goes down, 8 damage taken, and again we are debuffed. What is that debuff again? Oh, a lot less dodge. That's a real problem. Alright, let's try and take out that maggot again. 2 damage, that's finally done. And just the ghoul left. Again, unfortunately, most of my guys are going to have to be delegated to healing and de-stressing based actions, but that's workable. Up by 5, hoorah! No bleed at least. Howl goes down, and this time everyone takes it. And that horror is pretty immense, to be honest. Let's do a dual-purpose heal and de-stress and torchlight. Not loving it. I'm gonna be honest there. Hit for 16. Decent strike. Let's keep it going with a Hound's Rush. 5 damage. Not amazing, but we do have a bleed in exchange for it. Let's try and... oh, good heal on the Crusader there. It's fine by me. Alright, let's focus some de-stressing and healing on the Hellion for the next few turns. And oh my god, these are coming through insanely, but at least we have some resists. Wow, we might have some virtue checks here. We might have some virtue checks here, my friends. We could hack. 10 damage, 26 HP left, not too shabby. How are you for HP? You're 7 down. Alright, it's still going to be a waste if we use it. What I will try and do is drop in a party stress heal. If it takes, it's worth it. It's not going to be incredibly worth it, but it does take at least. Let's drop a sacrificial stab on this chappy here. It's only 4 damage though, because his prot is very high. And Hal goes down once again. Horror, 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 resist. Damn. Festering fear does more than consume the mind. Breaks it. Okay, let's just keep going here and try and get some kills in. I shouldn't really be faffing around too much because this guy does mean more damage and stress than... Oh, good dodge. Thank goodness. My great golly, Gugamuga, that was the worst. Stab down, 2 HP left. Not going to kill him. I'll rely on the Crusader to do that. I'll just do a self-heal. Yep, topping ourselves up. It's fine. Takes a bit more stress. And smite for the kill. It's a crit, and that should spread. No, darn. Can drop medicinal herbs. That's a pretty good, honestly, that's a very useful jester item, but I think I have better. For my playstyle at least, I think I have better. Let's just press on. A lot more stress to come, which is unfortunate, but I think we only have to do one more room and then we can get out of here, which means we have to take any more. Well, all the stress will have expired regardless. That is fine, that is fine, that is fine. Let us press on and... Okay, great, got the surprise. Stress levels are insane, but we can live. We just do need to make sure we take out that Tidemaster fairly quickly. Abyssal Artillery, it's the first time we've had a chance to use it this round, which is a bit nuts. Hound's Harry will get the kill, and we may have a chance to drop in some bleeds as well, which is, yeah, that works out fine by me. And let's take care of some stress. Let's do that. Let's do that as an absolute priority. Alright, done.
The light, the promise of safety.
Fine for that chakra to happen. Yep, it's fine. That is just fine. Spearfishing goes down as well. It's a miss. Brine. 7 damage and yeah, a dodge debuff. That's acceptable. That is acceptable. Let's take out that Piranha. Is that going to be enough? No, did not take the bleed unfortunately. That's just fine. We can finish him off in other ways. Done. Let's keep the de-stress happening with the Crusader. Great dodge from the Occultist as well on the Shocker's strike. And let's take care of some stress on the Occultist. Again, the health and torch is at this stage relatively irrelevant. 4 damage check on the Crusader, and he is now hysterically blind. Which, if you've forgotten, gives you negative 20% accuracy if your stress is above 70, which is actually not that far away, which is a bit concerning. What I will do now is try for a party de-stress. Doesn't really do an amazing job, to be entirely frank, but that's how it works sometimes. Paralyzing Stinger takes 11 damage. And a Salty Gouge goes down for 3. He is debuffed and bleeding, but we have ways and means to deal with those problems. At least that unpleasantness is taken out. And the maggot still has a turn in place. What we will do is use a dual purpose to do a minor heal and, more importantly, take care of a lot of stress. Okay, Brian of the Occultist, he's taken a hit. That's fine by me. Probably going to self-heal. Oh, beautiful work there, and some stress is gone. And all we can really do with this Hellion is whack down on the maggot, which is just fine by me. That's a perfectly respectable. Ooh, nice kill. Nice.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Gonna drop the shovel because I can. I think it's just the one room left, and then we are done. Not gonna go for a Shambler hunt. Yeah, see that? Not gonna do that right now. No way, no how. I know my limits. I'm not going to go shamble hunting in champion. That's absolutely certain. And I'm going to keep on going for just one more room in case I get something good in one of these. Yep, you're craving. That's fine. You can have the blood. That's okay. That's kind of useless. I will use the trap though to remove some stress on my Houndmaster, which I think is just a good idea. And while you're here, before you start going into any kind of conflict, I am going to feed you some of the blood. Quest complete. Let's get the hell out of here and see how we done.
Morbid aspect. This twisted, cavernous maze seems almost traversable.
Okay, so just under 17,000 in gold. Just trying to skip this if I can. Yeah, 40 crests. I don't mind if I do. 7 buffs, which are handy, as well as 4 portraits. We're advancing towards where we wanted to be going. Reynold and Bosk have jumped level 6. Tostain has the curse and is a clotter. That bleed resist is ironic. Sydney is on the cusp of sickness and is a photomaniac. So negative 20% stress if torch is above 75, which works really well for my playstyle. Really, really well for my playstyle. Alrighty.
To the resourceful thief, burials are merely ephemeral affairs.
Now, this would be a very wonderful thing to have if I actually had a grave robber, which I don't, unfortunately. But you know what? If I can recruit one, nope. Alright, that's decision made. Again, I have all these upgrades aside from the size of the stagecoach network. It's not hugely important when your roster is already full and it's likely to stay there. Obviously gives you more chances to roll higher value guys, but what can you do? Going into the week summary, we're already in week 62. I was much further along in the game in the last playthrough, but the Crimson Court adds a lot of challenge and a lot of obstacles really to the game. In the meantime, Benel has no more creeping cough. There is a second disease on him that I need to remove. Unfortunately, I didn't get them both in one go. Grai is no longer a thanatophobe, and Murdak is no longer off guard. Pippery has come down from Bloodlust. Castellon has drunk just a little bit of the blood to slake her thirst. And yeah, everything else is looking just fine. Some things we're going to need to deal with, like hysterical blindness, like bad humors, but we'll do all of that off cam and more as well, because we have some upgrades to make now that we've earned a little bit of extra cash. Again, Benel is looking like a likely candidate for an upgrade, as are quite a few guys further down the chain, like Pippery, and Breemo's fine. Might plan a veteran level dungeon next time around, but we do have a different kind of veteran level dungeon for us, which is killing the sunken crew, and that might well be what we do next time around. Provided we've got the right peeps for it. But with that all said, the curse is back. It is spreading. We have not yet picked up any invitations, but our infestation level is already quite high. Well, can't do anything about that, unfortunately. Just have to wait until next round and hope that we get a little guy to kill to steal an invitation for us. We can start doing our first forays into the courtyard to see what the Baron has in store for us. In the meantime, my name has been Ahdoom. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you're a subscriber already, thanks again for stopping by. You guys are awesome, and I really love your feedback. Keep it coming. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, check out the playlist, backtrack, figure out how I've gotten to this strange and unusual position, and I'll catch you guys next time.